to the Global ManuChem Strategies 2019. I'm here with Erik from the Dow Chemical Company. Hello, Erik.
Hi.
So could you please briefly introduce yourself and your role at the company, please?
Yeah, my name is Erik Heuvel. I'm Dutch. I'm about 30 years at the company. Started in R&D, then went into process analyzers, did problem solving, including Six Sigma. I am a global IT leader for the manufacturing labs, and with that background I went into Industry 4.0, where I'm one of the focal points for analytics, looking into artificial intelligence, and I'm also a focal point for Industry 4.0 on one of the largest sites in the Netherlands.
Wow. All right. And so we've seen some mega mergers this past year, including your company merging with DuPont, and how it affected the organizations involved. So in a market where growth is connected to M&A mostly inevitably, what is your advice for merging plants, technology, and humans most effectively?
Yeah, the merger between Dow and DuPont was basically a merger with an intended split at the same time. So when the companies merged, they never fully merged, so they stayed sort of separate in the process because we knew parts were going to split out again, which will happen in a couple of weeks from now. Okay. So from that perspective, the merger didn't have too much of an impact on the companies because they basically stayed separate. What I think is important when companies merge is that they use standardized protocols in Industry 4.0. So if every company uses their own way to do things and you merge two companies, it's very difficult to put these two together. But if you use industry standards, it's much more easy to do that. And at the same time, if you merge, I think it's very important that you look at innovation and you put the two together. So again, to cut a long story short, I think for DuPont, Dow DuPont hasn't been a big issue that we merge because we're going to split again.
Okay. And what is the role of operational agility when striving to achieve business performance excellence?
I think it's essential. But in the chemical industry specifically, we have to run products, we have to make production, we have to make money. So yes, you have to innovate to survive and you have to be agile and do a lot of things. At the same time, if you are changing too many things, you might lose in the end because you take too many risks. So we're also conservative. So it's always a balance between being conservative and trying to go with the flow, because if you don't grow, you will lose the game. So you have to grow, you have to be innovative, but if you don't do enough of that, if you do too much of that, you will also die because you take too much risks. Yeah. So it's always a challenge there.
Okay. So human error prevention, behavioral safety management, IoT, technology and human machines interfaces. What are the next challenges for operational occupational safety in the process industries?
I feel very strong that we need to take the human element out of many decisions. I mean, the humans are essential to what we do. They can provide a lot of input, but we also are not robots, so we make mistakes. And in all the places where mistakes can be very, very bad for us in safety, process safety, we need to start see how we can eliminate the human element. And I think artificial intelligence is a good way to do that. It is not there yet. It's not there yet by far. But I think we should start thinking in that direction without eliminating the human being as a whole. But I think where computers or systems can take over, we should explore that.
Okay. And when you think about the future, so what will chemical manufacture look like in, let's say, 10 years? How different will it be when compared to today?
Yeah, that's always difficult, I think, because you tend to see the future either too slow or too fast. So if you talk about 10 years, I hope that we can walk through a plant and have a Google Glass on or something like that, safety glasses for sure, where you can look around you and look at pipes and vessels and reactors and heat exchangers and stuff like that and see them marked in augmented reality by this is good or this is bad or the pressure is too high here. And then some way you can interact with your glasses, not by your hand, but in another way. And you can get more information and you can walk around and get that. There's digital procedures, there's all these things that are in place, and there is maybe some artificial intelligence at that time. Will that be 10 years? Will that be 20 years? Will that be 5 years? I don't know.
Okay. So later today you are going to moderate a Challenge Your Peer session on how can artificial intelligence help your chemical industry to improve safety and add value by increasing efficiency and or improving margins.
Yeah.
So could you please give us a few insights of what we can expect?
Yeah. I think it's very interesting. I'm very much looking forward to it because it is the crossroads between the human element and technology and artificial intelligence. And it's a very sensitive topic, I think, because some people are scared of it. Some people think they will be completely eliminated by computers. There are some movies in television also that do that. I still think we need it. The big issue there is how much of it do we need, and what is the role of the human in that whole thing. I don't think we can have plants being run by artificial intelligence completely. At the same time, we see cars now like Tesla is already doing that. So there's always this balance, and I hope in a good discussion on the table we'll get some insights from other colleagues in industry there.
I'm sure other peers are looking forward to it as well.
I hope so, yeah.
And so the last question would be, what are your expectations regarding this year's conference? What do you expect to gain from the exchange of your industry peers at this ManuChem conference?
Yeah, I think I'd like the interaction with my colleagues from industry. In the informal sessions and also in the formal sessions. So in the formal sessions, you hear what they're doing. In the informal sessions, you can talk to them one-on-one or in groups, maybe at the dinner later, and then you hear what they really struggle with. Because all the companies, I'm sure they struggle with things. It's not a smooth ride. It's a lot of technology that comes to us at a big pace, and we need to find out how we can best use that and apply it without stumbling over our own feet. So that's something I want to get from this. So the interaction is for me most important.
Okay. Well, I hope you will get all of that today, and thank you very much for the insightful discussion.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you very much.